Welcome to Grade 12 Literature, Week 11, Lesson 2, Virtual Classroom. The Ruler in His Promises. Extended Metaphor. An extended metaphor is a comparison between two unlike things that continues throughout a story in a paragraph or lines in a poem. For example, in Romeo and Juliet, but soft what light through yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. In this example, Juliet, who is a human being, has been compared to a sun, which is an object, so they are entirely different. Another example, the world is a stage. All the world's a stage, and all men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. Here, objects were being compared, men and women and the stage. Now, for the vocabulary part, dissenting. Dissenting is an adjective, meaning holding or expressing opinions that are at variance with those commonly or officially held. Gullible, easily persuaded to believe something, credulous. For example, an attempt to persuade a gullible public to spend their money. Imperative, of vital importance, crucial. For example, immediate action was imperative. Obliged. The word oblige may have a meaning to make someone legally or morally bound to do something. For example, doctors are obliged by law to keep patients alive while there is a chance of recovery. Oblige is also similar to the word require, compel, bind, make, constrain, obligate, or force. Reckon. Reckon means to establish by calculation. His debts were reckoned at 300,000 pounds. Reckoned is also synonymous to the word calculate, compute, work out, put a figure on, figure, or number. Rendered, meaning to provide or to give. It may be a service or a services, a help, and many to mention. For example, money serves as a reward for the services rendered. Similar to the word also, to give, to provide, to supply, and to furnish. Resort. The action of resorting to a course of action in a difficult situation. For example, territorial questions must not be settled by the resort to violence. Resort. And the essential question for this week is, how do our actions reflect our values? Background. Born in May 3, 1469 in Florence, Italy, Niccolo Machiavelli was a diplomat for 14 years in Italy's Florentine Republic during the Medici's family exile. When the Medici's family returned to power in 1512, Machiavelli was dismissed and briefly jailed. He then wrote The Prince, a handbook for politicians to use of ruthless, self-serving, cunning, inspiring. The term Machiavellian in establishing Machiavelli as the father of modern political theory. He also wrote several poems and plays. He died on June 21, 1527 in Florence, Italy. The entire audio text of this selection has been uploaded into your eAlpha account. Try to log in your eAlpha account and listen to the audio text of this selection. The critical reading section of the selection will be answered by yours in your notebook. Do the assignment in the assessment attached in your eAlpha account and submit it to your teacher after answering. Have a nice day and God bless everyone.